Welcome to SIKORSKI'S Think Abouts. Today's show is about the on-demand economy. Laura SIKORSKI and Sam Sudakoff, Senior Director of Global Sales of Pypestream, discuss why customers are demanding instant access. Hear why a customer's mobile engagement with your company should always be available in real time, be fast, and be simple. Learn the importance of automation and how to begin. And here she is. Here's Laura SIKORSKI.
Well, thanks, Eric, and hi.
Hello.
And behind me today is Sam Sudakoff, and he's coming for us from New York City, not too far away from the studio, but we thought it best that we do the Skype again this morning. So just want to talk a little bit about SIKORSKI'S Think Abouts, our show. My guest and I share our technology and operations expertise to help you provide outstanding customer service and customer experiences. And Sam is his company, Pypestream, is the company that helped previous guest on our show, Expedia, and you might recall he had the little red button, and so people could interact with his company, a call center outsourcing company. And I said, I think we need to have Sam on the show and talk about Pypestream a little bit. So, we've talked and decided that on-demand economy is such a hot word today in our call center industry, and everybody wants instant gratification. We all walk around with our mobiles, and if something takes 2 seconds, we're already getting antsy, that we want to have something happen. So, Sam, welcome. And I'm going to start off with the first question. What does the on-demand economy mean to you, Sam Sudakoff?
Thanks, Laura, for having me. It's such a great question, and you struck some chords already. It's that 2 seconds of why haven't I been responded to? Why don't I have an answer yet? Why don't I have resolution? Given the day and age where technology is so prevalent, everyone carries around this smartphone that gives them access to the world. Social media and other advances have really given us, it's taken away all the patience that we have. So I want resolution, I want it right now. And there's this big shift to these businesses that have real-time, on-demand services, but really serving your customers and allowing them to access you in the margin. That's what the on-demand economy means to me.
Well, that's great. And so now, how does the contact center really keep up pace with that on-demand economy? I mean, is it going to start costing them millions and billions, or can they start off small? So let's really talk about that.
Yeah, it's really a pragmatic approach. You're not going to solve everything right off the bat. We don't want to boil the ocean. We want to start out small with some of these key pain points and expand from there. You really want to focus on 2 things, the customer experience and simplicity, really getting rid of that cognitive weight for end users there.
Okay, so why don't you give us some examples on how customers and clients and companies can help their customers?
Well, it really starts with transactional use cases. So much there's fluff of, there's bots are a commodity in the market right now. There's over 50,000 bot builders. How do we get past all of these buzzwords, machine learning, AI, chatbots, and really get to automation that's actually going to help me solve business problems? So once we get through that, we want to get transactional. We want to allow users to get out of this call deflection and get into the resolution business. We want call centers and all of the ways that we get in touch with businesses to allow us to have resolution attached to them. No more ambiguity over, do I call them? Do I email them? What's the best way to get in touch with them? It should be the same across all these touch points and really easy.
So give us as an example of what I might want to contact a contact center for.
Well, it's really cross-departmental depending on what that contact center is servicing you for. So is it a finance company? Is it a bank that you're working with? Do you want to just change your password? There's so many reasons that I call these the eye roll moments.
The what? What kind of moments?
The eye roll moments.
Eye roll. So that's a heavy word.
In the call center, a call center rep, these are the eye roll moments. Oh my God, they want me to solve this problem again.
Oh, I see. Eye roll. I gotcha.
Eye roll moment.
Got it.
Oh my God, I have to tell them how to reset their password again. Or oh my God, why didn't they see this on my website? These things that are so simple and transactional that should be automated, leaving me, time to deal with those more complex issues, those lower volume but more complex things that really need the emotional intelligence. And I think that'll play big into improving retention with your agents as well. So it's not only creating a great customer experience, but creating a better work-life balance for those reps in your call center.
Now I understand. I totally agree. I mean, I know we both have New York accents, but I could not understand what you were saying with eye roll. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be getting calls on that one. So we all know about chatbots. I don't know. I've probably had 3 or 4 shows in the past month that have discussed chat and chatbots and automation. And so I think the advice is to keep it simple. If you can call somebody and you need to reset your password, make that artificial intelligence very easy to deal with and not make it sound like a robot. So how serious do you think that companies are taking this trend, this automation, artificial intelligence trend?
Yeah, I think, to piggyback where we were going a little bit before, chatbots, AI, machine learning, these are buzzwords in the market, and they are at the all-time high. I think once you get under a little bit of what you're looking to solve for, you hit it spot on. Keep it simple, but also make it ease of access and make it transactional. I preach every single day, we're in the business of getting users to resolution. And that's how all these call centers and businesses need to be. They need to be on the spot with resolution, not just deflection, not just navigating them to different pages or different access points or information. We want to solve their problem right then and there. And not only reactive, but we want to get ahead of it and start proactively answering them. Mm-hmm. So getting ahead of what their intent is when they come to visit you and really starting to proactively submit messages really helps with that cognitive weight and simplifying things.
So talk to me a little bit more about this cognitive weight.
Yeah, so I work with highly regulated industries, financial services, healthcare, insurance, across the board. And what you find is users are only coming to your site or your Facebook page or calling your call center once every maybe 3 to 6 months. It's not an everyday thing. So navigating these hundreds of websites, and the average user has well over 60 apps on their phone, it adds this cognitive weight. It makes it more complex. I have to think about where do I go on this site? I've got to click through 3 or 4 pages to navigate to the place that I need to get an answer. And it's a canned response. So we want to get rid of that. We want to make it super easy for the user to immediately get resolution.
So how would you do that on a website? Would you do a pop-up, knowing that if they went to X amount of this page or that page, is the intelligence through Pypestream so great that they could pop up the appropriate AI or artificial intelligence?
Yeah, absolutely. Without getting too much and tooting our own horns here at Pypestream, it's really the technology is there in that we should be able to understand, I would say on average, there's somewhere between 10 and 100 reasons why a user is going to a specific landing page. That's not thousands and thousands of topics here. We should be able to get smart and get ahead of the curve where we're able to proactively reach out. We already have a good idea of what they're trying to solve. And once they get there, it's a simple combination of context that we have out in the ether, I say. So, what time of day is it? Where are they located? Are they logged in? All of these things that give us context in combination with that free text ability to message in and actually get down to resolution. Go through a set business process. The AI shouldn't be solving your business processes, but it should be following those journeys to get a user all the way through their process.
So then when anyone who is doing an AI project, they really have to understand customer journey. What is your opinion about having customer journeys really detailed?
Yeah, I'm absolutely 100% in favor. The architecture of Pypestream and how we build it is that it's built by business analysts, customer experience professionals. It's not an engineering and coding exercise, and I think that adds so much value there. Having business-oriented individuals and business process makers actually building out this customer experience adds 10 times more value. It's not just an algorithm in the back end. It's really guided journeys and business processes that have been thought out for years and years and constantly improved.
So, not that you don't want to deal with the technical people on that side of the business. You're looking to talk to the people that really are the ones that are in the call center, who understand what the caller is really going to be calling about. So you really like to delve in and go right to the agent level, I would assume. Is that correct?
Absolutely. They give you the best insight. Nobody knows what's going on with those customers and the boots on the ground there. Not to say that the technical people aren't incredibly important. Your IT team is part of the enablement unit of how you can get this up and working, how you can integrate with your back-end systems and really allow for bots and messaging to have transactional values. But nobody understands what those pain points are and deals with the frustration of customers like those agents.
So what kind of questions do you generally ask, when you're first going on site? And folks, this is a generic, sale. We're not talking Pypestream only. All AI companies can do this. But we felt that Pypestream is going to give you some really good baseline in understanding AI. So, what are those questions that they should take a look at to automate?
I would bet if you went to any call center agent, they could tell you off the top of their head what those 3, maybe up to 10 questions are that they're asked the most, without a doubt. And that's where you want to start your process here. Getting rid of those, what I call the low-hanging fruit of these inquiries, being able to stop those so that they have more time and can be ready and have context when it's time to escalate to a live rep, or when it's a more complex or emotionally intelligent use case there. So what are the volumes? When are they asking these questions? What can we do to get ahead of that? So not only be responsive and able to troubleshoot once they call in or message in, but why aren't I able to proactively notify them about this information? Why can't I get ahead of that?
I'm interested I do a lot in healthcare. So with all the HIPAA compliancy that happens around healthcare, and you said healthcare really does use a service like artificial intelligence. I'd be interested in talking a little bit further about that. What do they do? What do they ask? Or why would healthcare want it?
Well, I think from my experience, and I obviously can't speak for every healthcare provider here, but one common example of a use case that we deal with in healthcare is appointment scheduling. The amount of money that's lost in scheduling, not only scheduling that appointment, so talking to someone to schedule that appointment, but also in missed appointments is astronomical. Mm-hmm. So the ability to not only schedule via messaging, but then to get proactive reminders, hey, your appointment's in 2 days. Hey, your appointment's in, 45 minutes. Just want to remind you this. That's a very common use case that saves a ton of money, but also creates a great experience for the end user. So it's really playing in both areas there. Being able to conversationalize different videos and assets and things that, are so complex to the average, the average patient or person out there. I don't know enough about it. I'm not educated enough, but I know that I need this piece of information. How do I get that? Simplifying that, making it digestible. That's the real value there.
Mm-hmm. So you also mentioned other business models, financial services. So what kind of AI can a financial services company use?
Wow, it's really across. It's across the gamut. So the way we operate, it's really, there's internal use cases, so managing your workforce there, HR, payroll, things on the back end. Then there's the customer servicing component, so everything from automating, paying bills, transacting, moving money, those kind of commercial bankings, to more complex things, finding things, applying for loans, mortgages. The sky's the limit here. We've got a skill set and infrastructure that can be applied across the entire customer lifecycle.
Excellent, excellent. Well, believe it or not, we are just about ready for our break, and Eric's going to talk a little bit about Pypestream and a little bit about SAM. So here you go, Eric.
Well, thank you, Laura. Let me tell you about Laura's guest today, Sam Sudakoff. First off, he's the Senior Director of Global Sales for Pypestream. They're located, of course, in New York City. He's born and raised in New York City. He graduated from Indiana University with a BS in Business and Public Affairs. He joined Pypestream after several years of building and scaling startups in social media software and technology. He has an operations and finance background, and he's been with Pypestream since their ideation stages. He takes pride in leading cross-department initiatives that have transformed Pypestream into a market-leading customer experience platform. He works with strategic clients to digitally transform their businesses into on-demand powerhouses. Now, Pypestream, businesses use Pypestream for customer service, marketing, and promotion, as well as the internal processes. Pypestream's secure solutions will enable your business to deliver the experience your customers are expecting using messaging, artificial intelligence, and chatbots, and this is real-time, always on, fast, and simple. The solution enables your customer to transact with a brand, automatically make payments, upgrades, retrieve account details, schedule appointments, contact tech support, and troubleshooting. Boy, I need some tech support right here with my with the T's, okay? Promotion and content, internal communications, and human resources, and more. Pypestream is implemented across industry verticals such as insurance, healthcare, utilities, telecommunications, consumer goods, travel, hospitality, and government. Now, your host, of course, Laura SIKORSKI, she is a recognized call center makeover expert in operations and technology. She's worked with hospitals, utilities, and automobile manufacturers, rental companies, and numerous other industries across the nation, and she really is a nice person. Okay, let me tell you that. The call center policies, procedures, technology improvements, training programs, and implementation plans developed by Laura have improved operational excellence in all the centers that she's worked with. They have enabled staff to proactively anticipate customer needs to resolve all issues through consistency and product knowledge and ensure employees are consistently meeting and or exceeding customer expectations and satisfaction. And check this out. She's offering a free 1-hour telephone consulting session to all WLINY.com listeners. You can take her up on this fabulous offer to discuss an operations or technology issue that you may be experiencing in your call center. You can send her an email at lsikorski, that's SIKORSKI, at laurasikorski.com. Once again, it's lsikorski at laurasikorski.com. Or you can give a call to 631-624-6650. That's 631-624-6650. So, Sam, how are you doing this morning? Sam, how are you? You doing okay?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
How's the weather in New York? Is it cold and, you ready for the snow or what?
It seems to change about every 30 minutes here.
Yeah, welcome to New York. It's like, we have season, winter. That's about it. You never know what to expect. But of course, Sam, now people, if they want to get a hold, Laura, if they want to get a hold of Sam, the best way to do that, I guess, would be his website, or is there a contact number?
He has a mobile number. Get that. He gave us a mobile.
Wow.
646-369-3766. And his email address is it could be Sam at Pypestream, PYPESTREAM.com, or S. Sudakoff, S as in Sam, UDAKOFF, at Pypestream.com. And their website is www.Pypestream.com. And remember, pipe is spelt with a Y.
I was just going to say, that's, how you can't forget it?
Why?
Because normally you would hear the word pipe and you think PIP, but this is PY.
PY.
So, I'll tell you why. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. I'll tell you why, Laura. I'm going to tell you why. Oh, I'm going to tell you why, Laura. Just see, now you'll remember that. So anytime you think of that, you got to think of the Y. It's Pypestream with a Y. That's PYPESTREAM, Pypestream. And now back to Laura SIKORSKI and SIKORSKI'S Think Abouts.
Thank you, Eric.
You're
that
welcome.
was really good.
Thank you.
So, Sam, we've talked about how you go about thinking about the issue of artificial intelligence and using a company like Pypestream to supply this. So I'm a contact center, and how do I approach, going to technical people, my IT people, and say why I need this? What ideas do you have for our contact center directors?
Yeah, I think there's a couple different approaches to that. I think one of the most prevalent is coming up with a quick business case here. A simple look at the chat logs or call logs that you're receiving in there, and you'll see that these are the same repeatable processes over and over again. The same I need to hear this piece of information, then I need to enter it into this system. Why not let that user enter that right there and have that happen instantly here, so that now I'm more available for those complex issues, rather than being on hold for a 20-minute wait time, or being handed off where the rep does, where the customer has to give their information over and over again, and the agent's looking up at multiple systems. Why not simplify that? So coming up with a real business case of, it'll show ROI, we can really create a better experience there.
That's great. So how do you build a chatbot? I've often wondered, they say, oh, these chatbots are so great. And they are, when designed right, they're perfect. I love chatbots and I love chat because I get to have a type of transactional printout of what happened. So how do you build a chatbot? Where do they start?
Yeah, I would say it really starts with a business process. So, using something as simple as filing a claim for insurance. I've been in an accident, I need to file a claim. Being a combination of understanding the intent, starting out with what's that user here to do, whether we discussed, are they on your website? Is it via SMS? Is it on Facebook Messenger? Wherever they are, giving them the option to start messaging in and telling them what you're here to solve for and how you can help them, and then guiding them down a business process. Conversationalizing, and I use that over and over again, conversationalizing something as simple as a form, an intake there, and looking at that process and saying, hey, that seems pretty standard. I think I can automate that. I think that needs to be the same thing every time. It's a checkbox, things like that, and really building out from there. So it's really conversationalizing a business process.
Well, and and going back to, our early, when we first started talking, was the instantaneous requirement that people have. So if you can, in that, when you've got somebody on hold for 20 minutes, that's not cool. Let's just face it. Nobody wants to be on hold for that long. So possibly, if you can either do chatbot in the very beginning, or have you seen people offer chatbot during that queue message cycle?
Yeah, so that's a really common option for us. And what I've seen in the market is people are, technology, as much as it's advancing, people are still going to stick to some of the means they know. They're still going to dial that 800 number. Mm-hmm. But if you can have something built into your IVR that says, using a mobile number, press 1 to get a quick text back to solve this in half the wait time, or solve this instantly via messaging, and allow that proactive message to go to that end user. There's so many options and onboarding ramps to get users to this messaging infrastructure. Part of it's education, but once they're there, they won't go back. It's right. That immediate resolution.
And that I really would, audience out there, take a look at your in-queue messages. You could either offer a going to the website option, and that's, I kind of like to call that a good abandon. So when they get to the website, hey, they're there, they're looking at pages, they're not finding what they want. Let's put that, that chat up. And so they can start this conversation and start that SMS texting option very quickly. So I think that's a really good point, Sam, to do that in queue. Do you think that businesses are going to feel threatened by the use of chatbots?
I don't think so. I think it's a means to the next generation of customer communication. I think bots are, as we mentioned, a commodity here. So really, the whole word of chat seems very one-dimensional to me. It's I send a message, the message comes back to me. But messaging is more interactive. Rich assets, videos, there's all sorts of different communication mechanisms and ways to get information across and have transactional capabilities. I think it's only going to allow legacy businesses to push into the future and stay ahead of these on-demand businesses that are the Ubers of the world, the Airbnbs, Upwork for staffing, things like that.
Yeah, it's amazing how we have become such a society of fast. I don't, and as I said earlier in the show, I don't like waiting now, and that's terrible. And most companies, most customers calling in, they want 5-minute resolution. Look at what Amazon has done with the Kindle Fire with that Mayday button. There's a video, of an agent. Granted, it's not the agent; it's just a photocopy of an agent. But they're talking live to get something done, and that taking over the computer, taking over that Kindle, everybody loves that. I had an issue with my Microsoft Outlook, and granted, it took Microsoft an hour and a half to fix it, but they watched and they took care of, and they talked to me during that transaction to see how they were going to fix my Outlook. What do you think are the two, give us two things we talked a lot about this morning, that should be doing for an on-demand economy?
Yeah, so I think there's two components. I'll break it into the end user side and the for your business side. So think about resolution. There's so much call deflection. There's so many tactics out there, but the goal is to get a user to resolution as quickly as possible, as clean as possible, and they expect you to know what they're messaging in or calling in for before you even pick up that phone. So think about ways to get them to resolution as quickly and efficiently as possible. On the business side, think about ways you can use your agents more efficiently and effectively there. So part of that is combining this AI technology, transactional capabilities, messaging with this agent and workforce management there, and really using your agents more efficiently.
What do you think they should be concerned about?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think the biggest thing is this overhype, overuse of buzzwords, and people are now throwing out these words that they just have no idea what they mean half the time. Spending a solid chunk of each meeting just kind of getting through what is a chatbot, what is machine learning, what is AI, all of these different words that are out there. On-demand economy, it means so many things to so many different people. Getting through the hype and really understanding that I need a solution to solve my business process. I don't need to just throw bots at the wall and just to innovate there. I need to solve a problem here, and really approaching it from a pragmatic way of, can I do this to solve a problem?
Well, and again, should we have a chatbot is not just because this company is doing it and this company is doing it, we need to do it. It may not be the correct approach for your company, but some other methodology of SMS texting or that instant gratification concept, I think will work very well for folks out there. So I just cannot believe that we are just about out of time. So are there any other thoughts, one last minute thought, Sam, that you would like to give our audience?
Man, that's tough. Thank you so much for the time today, Laura. It's been really great. I think thinking through your business processes, and really the best way to stay on top of the on-demand economy is allowing your users to reach you in the margins of time. So think of ways to solve their problems. The customer is in complete control now. So thank you.
Well, that's great. And just to remind everyone, Sam, his mobile phone number is 646-369-3766, and his email is SUDAKOFF, that's S as in Sam, U, D as in David, AKOFF at Pypestream.com, and that's PYPE. And of course, we always want to thank Eric, our producer, for doing such a great job and making us look great in the morning.
Thank you. Thanks for allowing me.
And, look at us at www.wliny.com on Internet Radio Live. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, give us a call and to leave a message on my cell, 631-624-6650. Thank you for listening or clicking in, and have a perfect rest of the day. Take care, Sam.
Thanks, Laura.
Don't forget, Laura's offering a free 1-hour telephone consulting session to all WLINY.com listeners. You can take her up on this fabulous offer to discuss an operations or technology issue that you may be experiencing in your call center. Send Laura an email at lsikorsky, that's SIKORSKI at laurasikorsky.com, or call 631-624-6650. That's 631-624-6650. Boy, I'm slurring my words today, huh? And you can set up your appointment. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Have a great day.